Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So let us continue with chapter 3, The Midnight Visitor by Robert Arthur. So let me summarize what we have read in last class, in my last video. What I have explained, I am going to summarize. In this story there are three main characters: Ozzible, a secret agent, and Max, another secret agent, and Fowler, who is a writer in the story. Fowler felt that Ozzible did not look like a secret agent at all. He was following Ozzible at his room through a smelly and a bit scary corridor. His room was on the top floor, which was the sixth floor of the hotel. Ozzible was a very fat man and his accent was American, although he had been living in Paris for the last 20 years and could speak a bit of French and German. Then Ozzible tells Fowler that although he was told that he was going to meet a secret agent, a spy agent who had been dealing with danger, crime scenes, and drugs, but Fowler was disappointed. He had to spend the evening in a music hall with an old, poorly dressed, extremely fat man who used traditional methods for making the information travel rather than beauties delivering to him. He then exclaimed that Fowler was bored with him. As soon as he opened the door of his room, Ozzible gave way to Fowler. He entered the room, closed the door, and turned on the light. Then Ozzible told Fowler that he had been thinking all wrong and the best part was yet to come, as they would soon be coming across a paper for which a lot of men and women had risked their lives, and that report was very important. After saying this, Ozzible closed the door behind him and turned on the light. As soon as the light was turned on, Fowler experienced his first thrill of visiting a secret agent as he saw a man with an automatic pistol standing across the room. Ozzible recognized the man as Max and asked him what was he doing in his room when he was supposed to be in Berlin. So now I am going to explain the rest part of the chapter. Read and find out at page number 15. How has Max got in? How does Ozzible say he got in? So answers to these two questions we will try to find out during reading. Okay. So I am going to explain the rest part of the chapter. So let us begin. Max was slender. Slender means gracefully thin, a little less than tall, with features that suggested slightly the crafty. Crafty means clever. Pointed countenance. Countenance means a person's face or facial expression of a fox. Max was slender, a little less than tall. So Max was a thin person. He was a little less than tall. So he was of medium height with features that suggested slightly the crafty, and his personality was telling that he was clever. Pointed countenance of a fox, and his facial expression was like a fox. There was about him, aside from the gun, nothing specially menacing. So apart from gun, nothing was dangerous. After looking at Max, Fowler and Ausable found nothing dangerous than the gun which was in his hand. The report, he murmured. So he said in a low voice, the report that is being brought to you tonight concerning some new missiles. So he said, where is the report which you are going to receive today? This report is on the some new missiles. I thought I would take it, and I thought I would take this report from you. It will be safer in my hand than yours. Max said to Ausable, the report would be safer in my hand than yours. Ausable moved to an armchair and sat down heavily. So Ausable moved to an armchair and sat down heavily, very comfortably. I'm going to raise the devil with the management this time, and you can bet on it. And he said, I'm going to raise the devil. Raise the devil means make a noisy disturbance. Make a noisy disturbance. So I'm going to raise this issue to the management. So this time I'm going to raise this issue very strictly. I'm going to make a noisy disturbance with the management this time, and you can bet on it. He said grimly. He said seriously. He said it seriously. This is the second time in a month that somebody has got into my room through that nuisance of a balcony. So he said, this is the second time in a month when it happened, somebody got into my room through that balcony. Fowler's eyes went to the single window of the room. It was an ordinary window against which now the night was pressing blackly. So Fowler's eyes went to the Fowlers, looked at the single window of the room. It was an ordinary window against which now the night was pressing, means the night was humorously coming inside. The darkness was coming inside. Okay. Balcony, Max said, with a rising inflection, with a rising modulation of his tone, with a high pitch in voice. He said, balcony? No, a pass key. So he said, I haven't got into through the balcony. I have a master key. I have a pass key, master key, duplicate key. Okay. I did not know about the balcony. I did not know that there is a balcony. It might have saved me some trouble had I known. And if I have known that there is a balcony there, it might have saved me from some trouble. It's not my balcony, Ausable said with extreme irritation. So Ausable said seriously with extreme irritation that I'm not talking about my balcony. It's not my balcony. It belongs to the next apartment. I'm talking about the balcony which belongs to the next apartment. He glanced explanatorily at Fowler. So he glanced as he wanted to explain something at Fowler. You see, he said, this room used to be part of a large unit. He said, you know, this room is a part of a large unit, and the next room through that door there used to be the living room. So he said, this room is a part of a large unit, and the next room through that door there used to be a living room. It had the balcony, and that room had the balcony which extends under my window, and the balcony of that room extends under my window. Now you can get onto it from the empty room 2 doors down, and somebody did last month, so you can get into from that balcony to my room, and somebody did the same last month. The management promised to block it off, but they haven't. When it happened last month, the management promised me to block it off, but they haven't done. Max glanced at Fowler, who was standing stiffly. So Max looked at Fowler, and Fowler was standing in a relaxed manner. Okay? In a friendly manner. Sorry, stiffly means in a manner that is not relaxed. Okay, so Max glanced at Fowler. Yes, Fowler. Ozable was in a relaxed manner. Yes, Ozable was fearless. Ozable was standing in a relaxed manner. But Fowler, the writer was not standing in a relaxed manner, in a friendly manner, because it was the first thrill of the day for Fowler. Okay, so that's why Fowler got afraid when he saw Max inside the room with pistol. Okay, not far from Ozable. He was standing near to Ozable and waved the gun with a commanding gesture. Please sit down. So by waving the gun with a commanding gesture, gesture means movement of the body part. Okay, he said, by moving his body part, by moving his hand, he said, please sit down. We have a wait of half an hour. I think it will take half an hour to reach the report. So till then, please sit down. Max ordered them, commanded them. 31 minutes, Ozable said moodily. So Ozable said here sadly that it will take 31 minutes, not half an hour. The appointment was for 12:30. An appointment was made for 12:30. I wish I knew how you learnt about the report, Max. Further, he said that, Max, I know how you came to know about report. The little spy smiled evilly. The little spy, Max, smiled, in a bad way, morally wrong, okay, evilly. And we wish we knew how you people got the report. And we wish we knew that how you people got this report. Who said? Max said. But no harm has been done. I will get it back tonight. He said, but no harm will be done with report. And I will get it back tonight from you. What is that? Who is at the door? Fowler jumped at the sudden knocking at the door. So suddenly someone knocked at the door, and then Fowler jumped and said, who is at the door? Who is knocking at the door? Ozable just smiled. That will be the police, he said. He said, that will be the police. Policemen might be knocking at the door. I thought that such an important paper as the one we are waiting for should have a little extra protection. So I thought we are expecting such an important report for which we need an extra protection. So that's why I have called police for the same. I told them to check on me to make sure everything was all right. So I told them to report me. To check on means report. To report me to make sure that everything was right. Max bit his lip nervously. So now Max bit his lip nervously. He became nervous. The knocking was repeated. Now the knocking at the door was repeated. What will you do now, Max? Ozable asked. Ozable said, now what will you do? The police has come now. The policemen, they are knocking at the door. If I do not answer the door, they will enter anyway. And further he said, if I do not answer the door, then they will enter anyway. The door is unlocked because the door is not locked, and they will not hesitate to shoot. Max's face was black with anger as he backed swiftly towards the window. He swung a leg over the sill. Okay, so Max's face was black with anger, and as he backed swiftly, he turned back at a fast pace, swiftly, okay, rapidly towards the window. He swung a leg over the sill. So he swung his one leg over the sill. Sill means, the part under the window, beneath the window, the horizontal piece of member beneath the window, door or other opening. Okay, so part beneath the window. So his one leg on the windowsill. Send them away, he warned. He said, send the policemen away. I will wait on the balcony. And he said, I will wait on the balcony. Send them away, or I will shoot and take my chances. He said, send the policemen away, or I will shoot you. The knocking at the door became louder, and a voice was raised. And knocking at the door now became louder, and also voice was made. Mr. Ozable, keeping his body twisted so that his gun still covered the fat man and his guest. The man at the window grasped the frame with his free hand to support himself. Okay, so keeping his body turned so that his gun still covered the fat man. So pointing out the gun, he was still pointed the gun at those two men, and at the window grasped the frame, and he grasped the frame of the window with his free hand to support himself. Then he swung his other leg up. Then he raised his other leg up over the window sill. So in order to, he was now ready to jump on the balcony. The doorknob turned swiftly. Max pushed with his left hand to free himself. So doorknob turned, the door unlocked, and swiftly, very rapidly, at a faster pace, Max pushed with his left hand in order to make himself free from the sill and drop to the balcony. In order to jump in the balcony, he made himself free. And then as he dropped, he screamed once shrilly. As he dropped, he screamed shrilly in a high pitch. He screamed in a high pitch. The door opened, and a waiter stood there with a tray, a bottle and 2 glasses. And the door opened. There was no police. They were not policemen. It was Ozable's plan. Okay, so Ozable acted upon his plan. It was not police. It was waiter who was standing with a tray, a bottle, and two glasses. Here is the drink you ordered, for which you returned. He said, here is your order, he said, and set the tray on the table deftly, so skillfully, cleverly he kept the tray on the table, uncorked the table. He Ozzyble opened the bottle, uncorked the bottle, and left the room. Sorry, not Ozzyble, the waiter opened the bottle, uncorked the bottle, okay, removed the cork of the bottle and left the room. White-faced Fowler stared after him, and white-faced Fowler, Fowler was a mess, surprised. He started staring after him, but he started stammering, hesitating. The police, Fowler said, what about the police? You said there is a police on the door. There were no police, Ozzyble sighed. Only Henry, whom I was expecting. Ozzyble said there were no police. It was Henry who was knocking at the door and whom I was expecting. But won't that man come on the balcony? Fowler began. Fowler said, won't that man come out on the balcony? Now the Max is waiting on the balcony and he will come back. No, said Ozzyble. Ozzyble said, no, he won't return. He won't return now. You see, my young friend, there is no balcony. So there was no such balcony there. It was Ozzyble's planning. And as per his plan, he said there is a balcony there, and Max trapped in his plan, and thinking that there is a balcony, he jumped from 6th floor and he fell off and died. So this story also tells us you cannot judge a book by its cover. So when Fowler met Ozzyble, as per his appearance, Ozzyble was not looking like a secret agent, but what he did very cleverly proves that Ozzyble was a secret agent. Okay, so in the next video I will summarize this chapter, and I will also discuss question answer. But let me discuss these two question answers which are at page number 2. Read and find out. So read and find out at page number 15. How was Max got in? Yes, so Max had a master key. So with the help of that key, Max got in. How does Ozzyble say he got in? According to Ozzyble, he got in through the balcony. Okay, while there was no existence of balcony there, so it was in plan of Ozzyble. It was Ozzyble's plan to make Max realize that there was a balcony there. So according to Ozzyble, Max got in through the balcony. Okay, students. So rest question answers from the exercise I will discuss in my next video, and also I will summarize the whole chapter in my next video. Okay, thank you for watching.